Good morning. My name is Jessica. I'm one of the pastors at Twin Lakes, and it's great to be joining you for the daily video Devo on this sunny morning. As of today, there's no rain in the forecast for 10 days. I don't know how long that will last, but try to get outside while there's some sunshine. A few weeks ago, in my video Devo, I shared that we were doing a series in junior high called Rough Stuff at our Tuesday night youth group. It's called Wildside. And in this Rough Stuff series, the tagline is tackling the hard things in life while remaining rooted in God's truth. And apparently there are plenty of difficult topics to tackle because we're still in the midst of this series. And so in the last week or so, I've been thinking a lot about the relationship between truth and lies. In middle school, I can clearly see that there are so many lies coming at our students and our young people from the world. Lies that tell them that they don't measure up, that they're not good enough or smart enough or athletic enough. We play this, or talented enough. We play this comparison game. And so we look at other people and we think, I wish I had that talent, or I wish I was like that person. But those lies can also take the form of where we find our fulfillment, right? We look for possessions or people or popularity or power to fulfill us instead of saying, no, when I get that one more thing, there's going to be something else that I want. And as adults, we kind of think that we're too grown up to fall prey to the same lies and deceptions, but we're really not that different from middle school students. How often am I feeling like I don't measure up? Like I want to be like somebody else or have their talent when instead of appreciating how God wired me? Or how often do I think, if I had that one more possession, then my life would be better. I'd be more fulfilled if I had that one more thing. Those aren't the only lies. Sometimes when I am awake at night, I wrestle with just lies floating through my head, and they can take a wide variety of forms. So what do we do? How do we deal with these lies? How do we step outside of that and look at what's going on? And in order to do that, we need to know God's truth. If we want to recognize lies and be rooted in God's truth, we have to know what God's truth is. So how do we do that? Well, reading the Bible is a really good way. So step 1, read the Bible. Step 2, read the Bible some more. So it's easy to say, but it's tough to do. I know for me right now with a 3-year-old and a 17-month-old at home, I don't have much time to read at all, the Bible, let alone anything else. Time is currently my most precious resource. But even in knowing a few verses, since I don't have a lot of time to read, I feel like I've been kind of meditating on one verse for a few days, and then I'll pick up another verse for a few days. And so one of the verses that has come to mind recently that is really good with combating lies is 2 Corinthians 10:5. And it says, "We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ." And so often we indulge these negative ideas, right? We don't recognize the lies or the false arguments. And I love this verse because it says, no, we demolish arguments and every pretense, and we take our thoughts captive and make them a slave to Christ. And when I read that, I picture myself kind of like grabbing a negative thought and being like, is this true? No, then I'm going to toss it out of my head. Is this true? No, I'm going to throw that one out of my head. And I'm instead going to dwell on Christ and who he says I am and how he has made me. And I'm going to make my thoughts obedient to Christ. In John 8:31-32, Jesus was talking to his disciples and he said, "If you abide in my word, you are truly my disciples, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." And here's the thing, when we believe the lies, when we're caught in deception, we're slaves. We're slaves to those lies. We're slaves to deception. And when we listen to the world, we can be slaves to the world. But Jesus has come to set us free, and the truth sets us free. So as you go about your day today, live in and dwell on the truth. Take captive any deceptive, destructive thoughts, surrender them to Christ, and just live in the freedom. He has come to set you free. I hope you have a great day.